This week's guide is all about fighting a parking ticket when you park in a private car park just like this. Some common examples where private companies will give out tickets on private land are hospitals, retail parks like this, and supermarkets. Now, if you get a private parking ticket, it will often be referred to as a parking charge notice. Now, that notice is governed under civil law, and the reason for that is that you've parked on private land, the owner has given you a contract, and that contract will say either you've got to pay, or you've got to park within these white lines, or perhaps you've got to leave within 2 hours. And if you fail to do any of those things, you're in breach of contract, and that's a civil law. Now, let's have a quick look at police and local authority tickets. They're different. The reason they're different is that they're governed under criminal law. So there's criminal sanctions if you don't pay those. But that was last week's guide. This is this week's guide, and we're talking about civil law. So you've parked in a private car park, you're 5 minutes late back, and you've got a ticket. Here's what you're going to do. Now, the first thing you need to do is to check, are there any signs that tell you what the rules are of parking in this car park? Signs just like that one there. And are those signs big enough? Can you read them clearly? And are they prominent? Now, in this car park, there's actually signs on every single lamppost, so they're doing exactly what they need to do. Now, the next thing to consider is, have you actually breached the rules? So, for example, does the ticket say that you're parked over the white lines, when in fact you're not, clearly? Or does it say that you didn't leave within 2 hours, when in fact you left within an hour? Or perhaps it says you didn't pay your ticket, when clearly you did. If any of these things apply, you've obviously got grounds for complaint. Now, the last thing for you to investigate, you can't do till you get home and get onto your computer. But what you need to do is to check, is this company a member of the British Parking Association? Now, to find out, you need to log onto the website that's appearing at the bottom of the screen. Now, here's the relevance of this. If they're not a member, it means they don't have any rights to access DVLA records. And if you can't access DVLA records, it means they can't find out what your address is, or even what your name is. So you may have a ticket, but it's absolutely worthless to them because they can't chase you for it. So what are you going to do in those circumstances? You're just going to ignore it. Now, if you establish that you do have grounds of appeal, then the next thing you need to do is flip the ticket over, have a look on the back, or maybe it's on the inside, because they'll be set out, hopefully very clearly, how you actually take that appeal and what you do next. Now, if the ticket company do what they're most likely to do, and that is reject the appeal, then the next steps you need to take are clearly set out on the website, which is shown at the bottom of the screen.